Welcome to another episode of Two Whites and a Blue. My name is Joey. I'm here with Will and Mike. And if you're watching on YouTube or looking at the Twitter picture or the Instagram post, you notice something different about tonight. And it's not that Will's camera's on a different orientation, but rather he's wearing overalls. It's like an NSYNC video from 1997. And I'm waiting for him to break into the choreographed dance at the
Boys to Men.
Yeah, whatever. Pick your like R&B or pop band from that era. Anyway,
Two blues and a white, bud. Two blues and a white.
It's good to see you guys, and maybe if everything works out, we can get together next week and try and figure this out. But in the meantime,
we're gonna get together next week and build something.
In the meantime, what did you spend your money on the last 7 days?
Nothing. Zero things. I've made money somehow. I didn't spend my money on anything. I've been on quarantine.
Do you want to talk about why you're on quarantine?
Yeah,
we didn't really. Oh, later. Okay, so we didn't really talk about it last week. So
yeah, I literally spent no money. I haven't spent the fucking dime.
Okay.
I tried to buy Bitcoin.
Mm.
And that fucking didn't work. So yeah, I mean, I got a bone to pick, but I won't.
Show sponsored. show sponsored. Experiencing some higher traffic than usual.
I don't want to fucking spit at this only sponsor we have, but
well, you just did basically.
I never said name.
Well, it's not Anchor. I'll tell you that.
The only sponsor we have.
Anchor doesn't sell Bitcoin. Unless I check.
Yeah, does that narrow it down?
Will, what'd you spend your money on? Do you want to talk a bit about the garlic bread that you're sending down the hatch right now?
That's exactly what I just said.
Let's go.
Well, I just paid $20 for an Eastside Mayor's meal unexpectedly, but other than that, I spend not a shit ton. Every day I'm going to fucking picking up shit at Home Depot.
Yeah.
It's over.
It's the best store.
But it's a fucking nightmare though, because you can't just go there, right? So you got to
Oh, true.
Every night I'm looking over what I need for the house, and I'm ordering it online, and then I'm going on my lunch to pick it up in Guelph, and then sitting in the parking lot doing that curbside pickup thing on my lunch.
They won't let you in the store anymore?
No, it's lockdown, man.
Wow.
For weeks it's been like that.
Mm.
It fucking sucks because I can't just go I need shims. I can't just go and get them. You know, it's I got to be come home, order them, go pick them up tomorrow, then come back and do that shit the next night. So it's so shitty. It makes this shit so much slower.
If you need shims, why don't you just break up some of those old Amazon boxes and use those, tape them together?
Not code, man. Not code.
Code? What is that?
Oh, combustible.
Come on.
You should see some of the shit that we fucking use.
You're not supposed to say
fucking
that.
Hilarious. Nah, it's smoke and mirrors, man. You just hide it behind a wall.
Yeah, they're going to be smoking mirrors pretty soon.
Yeah, exactly. No, we use the funniest shit, man.
I know. Our buddy came over tonight to my place to look over the electrical and kind of give me a rough idea of what I'm working with. And I was like, hey, I put this over here like that. He goes, yeah, I mean, you can leave it if you want, but it's not really the code.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Call an inspector?
I know.
Yeah, I was like, all right, I guess it's staying there then.
Until you gotta hide it.
Yeah, exactly. It's the outlet behind the fridge, so no one's ever gonna see it.
Good place for it. Well, I guess it has to be.
Is it possible that there's an ongoing battle between tradespeople and sort of dumb bureaucrats who work for the city and these other bylaw enforcements and whatnot, code enforcement people? I can't imagine the code enforcement people are that bright. Am I dreaming that?
I have no idea.
Huh.
All I know is that my cousin, I mean, hopefully there's no bylaw officers listening to this, but my cousin gutted his whole house in Hamilton. He bought it. This was a couple years ago. He bought it. He gutted the whole fucking thing to the studs, made it from a single family into a duplex. Super nice house. Did a super fucking good job. Didn't pull one permit ever. It was an ongoing project for probably close to 2 years.
Wow.
So much shit he did. And he never pulled a permit. And then the very last thing that he did was put a deck on. And while he was working on his deck, they fucking came by and gave him a fat fine because he's putting his deck too close to the curb and he didn't have a permit.
How much is the fine for the deck?
I'm not sure, but I don't think it was that cheap though.
Well, fine.
They don't like you doing shit, man, without telling them.
Yeah, no, they need to know what's going on. That's why it's like my dad and I are talking about doing that the bunker bar,
Yeah.
and it's like, man, it's if we're gonna have to do it like so fast if we don't want to because it's like it's just a throw together. It's gonna be fucking easy, just basically building a shed. Like you could literally build the structure in a fucking day. But it's like you're gonna have to do it so fast and just like get in, get out, like make sure nobody like have everything prepared because like fucking.
Well, I think you can build.
Who knows who's just gonna be sniffing
You can build
around?
up to a certain. You can build up to a certain size without a permit, right? I don't know. It's probably pretty fucking.
I don't know.
Small.
Is it square
Probably
footage or is it
small.
base? Is it the base that you put down?
What do you mean?
Well, because if you
Oh,
build
for the
square
foundation?
yeah, is it because if you build like, let's say you build like I don't know, like a guest house or something, right? Like technically, if you build a guest house that has a like a garage or something attached, like it doesn't really count against the square footage of the guest house, but you can still use it, right?
I don't think you're gonna build a guest house without getting a permit. Like I'm pretty sure the footprint for the permit is like it's probably like 5 feet by like 8 feet.
You think it's that small? Is that it?
Yeah, it's fucking small. Without a permit, for sure, it's fucking little. Mike,
Yeah,
are you gonna pour concrete?
We want to,
Yeah.
but like it's just like it's at the point now where it's just like do we? Because it's gonna be enough concrete where it's like gonna be worth getting a truck, right?
Yeah,
But
and like
you can only get like the minimums for trucks are like way more than we fucking need.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, we're literally just pouring a fucking foundation. Like, I think I could probably, like, I don't know. And it'd just be, like, quality of the concrete's a lot better. And
we're like, think about how many fucking bags you'd have to mix to make that. It'd be a fucking nightmare.
And it would probably be shit of mixing.
And guess who's got to do all that?
So bad.
Guess who's not doing it? Is the big guy downstairs.
You guys know any Italians who like mixing cement?
Yeah, fuck. I know a couple, but I don't know if they like mixing cement, but I know we got a couple.
It's in my blood. It's a natural talent of mine.
That shirt you're wearing is made of cement, I heard.
It's cement gray.
Nice.
Oh, that's so sick. Cement finish?
Yeah. A lot of people call it heather gray. It's actually cement gray.
Yeah, I don't know. That like you can like the thing is it's like permits. I would like you can just not pull them, but it just makes it illegal.
Yeah.
Right? Like you could totally just get away with murder, but how much are you willing to go? Like if we were gonna do it, like if I was gonna go help somebody do a job, I would make sure there's a permit pulled, like electrically, because if I get caught, I'm fucked. I lose my everything, my apprenticeship, everything that I've been working for, right?
Really, eh?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They don't fuck around. If you're an apprentice, yeah, you're there. It goes.
High stakes.
Like, if you're an apprentice.
If you're a journeyman, I think it's just a slap on the wrist, but then like it just gets progressively worse as you get caught more and more.
But what if you're like a master electrician and you're doing work on a job without pulling a permit?
I don't know. I don't know why you wouldn't just pull the permit. I know it costs money.
Could be
but I mean, by
reason.
then,
it's
like
a friend of yours or something. Like, why would you? Like, I would never ask you, for example, like pull a permit at my house. I would never.
It's also like a liability thing, right? Like if I do something wrong,
yeah,
the permit's there to kind of be like, hey, by the way, and if it's not there, then if the house burns down, I'm like, either way, I'm fucked. If I do anything wrong, I'm probably fucked in like the worst way possible.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know.
It's not like
too much about that yet because I'm not there yet. But I know from what I've done, it's like, yeah, I'd rather just pull the permit. But
should we discuss now, Will, since we're on the topic of the money you spent last week? There's really two questions I want to ask you. One is, actually, I think I should ask Mike. Is it more offensive that Will had to pay for the meal that he's eating, or is it more offensive that he probably paid for the overalls he's wearing?
I hope he paid for the overalls.
What do you think? What do you think's more offensive?
Probably the
first,
meal.
I'll let you finish. I'll let you guys finish.
I'm gonna let you finish, but these are the best overalls in the world. Are those Carhartt? Did I see that logo right?
Obviously.
So that's got to be $100 pair of overalls.
Probably more.
First of all, they're more, but they were a gift, Christmas gift.
Okay. All right.
I did ask for them though. I am fucking psyched. I literally come home every day, change into these, get my tools, go over there to my property.
Do you want to talk about? You should talk
overall,
about.
by the way, they are not in good shape anymore. They're getting pretty mucked up. All right.
They're supposed to get mucked up though, aren't they? Isn't that the point?
That's what I'm saying. They're not like. It's not like I'm wearing them just to like they're clean and they're cool. They are cool, but
are you
I would fuck with overalls, but I don't fucking...
Should we do whenever Shirley tells us what house we're buying and we get all that stuff to her, we can do a series on overall and construction gear purchases and reviews, and we can start working on the property there.
I've done a lot of that.
Have you?
I bought so much shit, man. I've been buying shit like tools and shit.
How deep are you? Would you say
$1,000 for sure?
That's not that bad.
It's more than I knew I was gonna have to spend a lot.
Yeah, that's all right.
But now you got it. You'll never not have them, right?
Well, you spent $1,000 on a fucking bike at Christmas. Like, you really think that's not that? Like, it's not that bad.
Yeah,
it's all right.
And it's not like you're using them like that much where they're gonna fucking break.
No, not yet.
Power tools and shit, like you're gonna have those for fucking ever.
Oh yeah, I fucking hope so.
Years.
Are you a battery guy or a cord guy?
It depends for what. Battery for drills for sure.
Yeah.
My miter saw is corded. I'm gonna pick up a skill saw. Honestly, probably corded.
Fuck yeah.
Because all my shit's gonna be inside, and like, I hear that a lot of the saws, circular saws and shit, you get them on battery, they just die in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, so there's so much power, and the skill saw too. It's a lot weaker, like on a battery. Like you probably want like, it's just like a convenience thing, right? Like being able to bring the skill saw with you, as opposed to like having to bring a piece of wood to the saw. Like just like that's like the skill saw, right? It's just supposed to be like a handheld saw, but
that's the thing too, because I do want to build like a bunkie at my cottage next year where there isn't really power. There's a generator, but like, you know, like I don't want to be running the generator all the time. Just to charge batteries would be nice, but like I'm not gonna buy a bunch of tools just for that one build. You know,
you're building a bunkie at
Makwabi.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
Bangladesh.
Yeah, I want to build like a little A-frame.
I'll help with that. I want to learn some stuff about that, so I'll come up and help if you want.
Yeah, fuck yeah, yeah. So then when we buy a property up north, we can build a bunch and Airbnb the fuck out of them and get rich.
Decent.
Bunkies? We're just gonna buy plots of land and just put bunkies up and just rent them out.
You buy like one big plot of land and you put these like cool little like Instagrammable fucking cabins on there.
It's true.
And then, man, it's fucking like my girlfriend's been looking into that. It is hard to find them that aren't fully booked up.
Yeah.
Now all we gotta do is just say that they're insulated and people will be hauled down.
Especially these days, though. Like these days with the quarantine and all that, people are fucking probably paying out the ass to go to a place like that. Like I don't know that I would, but I can imagine people are, especially younger couples. I don't see why they wouldn't. If you're like 21, 22, 23. Will, do you want to talk about what else you spend money on today? Maybe specifically in the last 7 or 8 hours. Maybe specifically something that's parading as Italian while insulting the culture. Anything you want to comment on there?
Oh, the East Side Mario's?
Yeah.
Oh, well, just that my mom asked me this afternoon if I wanted East Side Mario's for dinner. Naturally, yes. And then I get home. And
you always say yes. When your mom asks you if you want something for dinner, you say yes.
Of course you do. Because you know it's coming for free, probably.
That's right.
And then tonight I get home, hands me the East Side Mario's, goes, and you owe me $20. And I go, what do I owe you $20 for? She goes, for the East Side Mario's that's in your hand. I was like, oh, well, I hate pulling the card. We're like, well, if I knew that, I wouldn't want this.
Why?
Then she's like, oh, well, then she's like, oh, well, like, oh, okay, well, I guess, like, you got to do that old song and dance. I will pay you for sure. But, like, come on now. Had I known, I would have said no.
Man, fucking for sure you would have said no. If $20, you'd do a lot better than East Side Mario's.
I know.
Because you can't even get the free salad and breadsticks. Like, that's the whole point of going to that fucking place, is it not?
Oh, they sent the salad home.
Yeah, but you can't go back. If you drive to East Side Mario's right now and are like, can I get another bowl of salad? They're going to be like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Can I get some more salad?
Yeah, like.
I bet you they would.
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
Fucking, who knows? Man, I would love to see, like, I've heard things about that fucking place and, like, people working there and how fucking not ideal it is in the kitchen.
What do you mean?
Well, first of all, none of it's from scratch.
Who cares?
I'm just saying.
Oh.
I fucking care. If I'm going to spend, like, dick shitloads of money on food, I wouldn't mind if it was from scratch.
You know, one of the worst things anyone's ever said to me about my food habits? When I was coaching HBA, which I hope to do again once quarantine wraps up, I used to, on Thursday nights, I would have practice with the kids at 8 o'clock. So I would like go to the gym right after work, come home, have like an hour and a half to myself, and then have to go out to play basketball with the kids, right? And what I used to do is get Little Caesars hot and ready with a breadstick bag. And so total, that would be like, I don't know, $9, something like that. So cheap. And it's like right around the corner from my house. And I would just munch it in the living room, like listen to podcasts or whatever, and then go. Someone turned me on to this fact that Little Caesars hot and ready pizzas show up frozen in a truck. They don't even make them on site.
Are you surprised?
I guess I'm not. I guess I'm not. But like, I didn't really.
Some gourmet chef selling $5 pizza.
I didn't really. I thought at least these guys are making them on site, but they're not. They show up in a fucking truck.
That is honestly a little surprising though, because like I can fucking do that myself at home.
Yeah, but would you?
No.
You have to like prep all the ingredients and shit. Yeah, like you wouldn't do it for a pizza that's small.
I mean, like, I could heat up a fucking pizza myself. Like that's what my parents do now, and it's pretty fucking good sometimes. Not as good as Little Caesars, but I don't
like those pizzas, like the Delissio ones.
Yeah,
I love those pizzas. They're fucking great.
Do you guys put like? I know my dad started doing this probably a few years ago, or like maybe before I moved out. He was like making pizzas at night. He's a big time late eater like I am, and I'd come home sometimes from the bar, like thinking about, oh man, I'm gonna make something to eat, and he'd still be awake, and there'd be a pizza in the oven. He'd be like, oh, I just gotta have a slice, gotta have a little nibble or something, and then he'd pull out like a Delissio, but he pulled like a Delissio deluxe pizza, but he'd already have like extra toppings on it. Does anyone do that?
Yeah, man.
I've never done that, but that sounds prime.
Fucking smart. He's got like hot peppers on it, like some extra like prosciutto or whatever else we got.
Yeah,
in the
why
house.
not?
Oh man, like it's so good, so good.
Dude,
What? But Sam, we've been making our own pizzas here, honestly. Like, probably once every month, we've been making our own pizza. Just buy the dough, and we've been making that the prosciutto and arugula pizza from Forgino's.
Awesome.
It says the ingredients right there. Took a picture, got all the ingredients, make it at home. Tastes exactly the same.
It's awesome, man. Me and Ken's used to make pizza here all the time. We're on like a bit of a no carb thing right now, but I think maybe tomorrow or Sunday probably we'll do. We're supposed to either get dough box from what was that, Main Street, I think?
Yeah, right by Mac.
Yeah. Dough box or Limoncello is another place on the menu for us.
That's good.
And then is it good? Yeah, I haven't had it.
Really good.
How did you like your dad's birthday dinner, Mike? We sent that to you there.
Fuck, that was good, man. Jesus.
What was it?
What did you get?
They got us both ribs. They just sent us because it was my dad's birthday yesterday.
Uncle Ray's Food and Liquor.
Yeah, Uncle Ray's Food and Liquor.
Uncle Ray's Food and Liquor. Nice.
Dude, it was fucking good, man.
Yeah.
It was fucking super good. Like probably the best ribs I've had.
Those guys crushed.
But man,
don't you not like ribs?
I like them now. I didn't.
Because I knew, you had some weird shit where you didn't like ribs.
I can't.
Yeah, they made me sick. Like they just made me sick. It's not that I didn't like them. Like it's not like I didn't like the flavor or the smell or anything. It's just like every time I had them, I got sick.
And now you're baptized in the Sea of Galilee. And
I love it. I love them now. But like
Incredible.
about pizzas and shit. When I was in high school, we used to always skip class and go to my buddy's house and just get super baked and eat food, right? And then we'd have like a Delissio pizza, and he had like a garden in his backyard. Oh, yeah. You just go out into the garden and just pick because it was like he's a huge Italian family or whatever.
Nice.
So they had like a fucking fat garden, and you just go back there super baked and just go out there and just like pick whatever the fuck you wanted and just like throw it on the pizza, like anything, like the super hot peppers they had, like those chili peppers and fucking, like fresh onions, like all, and it was like a manicured garden too, so it was like. It wasn't like it's just like they threw fucking bunch of seeds in the ground. Like it was like they.
Not after you guys left.
It was fucking the best. What's that?
But not after you guys left. It was probably a fucking.
No, we fucking ransacked the place, man.
You guys ever go back there and pick a little bit of fresh prosciutto, fresh salami out of the garden there?
He doesn't live there. Yeah, he's just growing meats. It's beyond meat. He's doing it himself.
Delicious.
But no, that's good. That's the best.
And Will, what are you drinking tonight? What do you got there? That's Grain and Grit.
No, it's Fairweather.
Oh,
high grade.
That's good. I like that beer.
I got this
I don't
boy.
have to get up. See this?
Nice.
Oh wow, sending it.
$40 4-pack.
I got this boy from Collective Arts, IPA number 14.
How do you like it? Double IPA. Yo, I bet you. Let me guess the percentage.
9.
Yeah, 8.5.
7. And
Damn.
I'll tell you, for a 7, tastes good. It's almost like a light taste. Very good. I got so I'll go to what I spent my money on last week. Nothing, but I did buy
That $6 beer.
$100 worth of beer from Collective and had it delivered here. So
I did that in the summer too.
yeah, man, like so they got a bunch of stuff. I had one the other night, blueberry. Was it blueberry?
Blueberry chocolate?
Yeah. Have you tried that one?
Right? No, I haven't. You're open to everything, eh? You just try whatever the fuck. I like that.
Like the coffee beers and stuff.
It's not bad. I'll say this: the first, like when you try a new beer, if you're like expecting something or a certain taste, especially when there's like multiple tastes on the label, your palate's
strong
like,
taste too.
Yeah, and your palate's like ready for it's like ready for blueberry, and you take it and it's like, oh, a lot more chocolate or a lot more coffee or a lot more something else.
Yeah.
Sometimes turns you off. This one, you have your first sip. It's kind of a mix of the three, but really and I'm not a beer snob by any stretch of the imagination. I drink shitty beer, I drink good beer, whatever I feel like having that day, I'll have it. This stuff, when you swallow it, it's the taste after it kind of goes down that is so good. So good.
You know what? I
highly
have
recommend.
Had that.
Yeah, highly recommend.
There's a lot of it's got coffee, right?
Yeah.
There's coffee in it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of coffee taste, and I actually fuck with the coffee taste. Like coffee flavored shit is fucking delicious.
Yeah. It's
like
a nice
coffee
beer.
bean.
It's a very nice beer. I also spent money. I think this is probably since our last show, but I'm not 100% sure. There was a sale on the Adidas.com or Adidas.ca website. I bought a pair of Ultra Boost 2s for $100. You guys want to see them? You're going to shit. I'm going to go get them. Hold on.
No, it's okay.
We're going to shit. I bet you we're going to shit.
Probably.
Hey, you guys want to see my new shoes? You guys are going to lose it. Like, fuck. Like, okay.
Would you buy shit off of like Nike.com or like Adidas.ca?
I'm so apprehensive to do it because I have to try them on, huh? I think
because it takes long and you pay for shipping.
Yeah, that too. I didn't think about the shipping. If shipping was free, I'd give it a shot. But like, it's the fucking like I just don't like just like looking at the shoes and just buying them. Like I can like the shoe as it sits, but like I need it on me. Otherwise, I'm like, I really like the shoe. I put it on. I'm like, it looks like fucking shit on me. I'm not buying this.
That's jokes. Because today I saw a pair of shoes today on Instagram where I'm like, yo,
you're such a fucking joke. Why?
Yo, Joey, you gotta talk so I can see you.
This is how they look. Look at that.
Is that highlighter pink?
It's like highlighter red. They look pink.
It's like it's like you're an NBA Jam 95 holding down the turbo button.
Yeah, I just got on fire. I just made my third shot in a row. I'm goaltending now for the rest of the game.
You just love people looking at you, eh?
For $100, I'll fucking buy anything. I'll tell you that right now. And then if they get here and they're shit, I'll be like, you know what? I'll still wear them. Doesn't matter. And I've had some misses for sure on that like principle of buying shoes, but that's a fucking hit. Those ones there. I'm happy about that.
You want to guess how many pairs of shoes Joey has?
20. It's got to be in the 20s.
Oh, really?
I know you got like a pair of fucking. You got like 5 or 6 pairs of fucking dress shoes, man.
It's a lot. I don't know. I honestly don't know what it is.
Man. Like you guys fucking loaded with shoes.
I don't know what it is. I probably
got an unhealthy addiction, and it's very pointless.
Do you think you've worn more? Okay, so you obviously own more shoes than you probably wear.
Like my rotation, the rotation is like.
No. Shoes that, let's say, how many pairs of shoes did you wear in 2020?
Quarantine year?
Yeah, so a slow year.
Yeah, slow year, right?
Sure.
More than 10.
We can go 2019 if you want.
More than 10, 2020.
Yeah, that's not, honestly, when someone says that's not crazy to me.
More than 10.
That is fucking way off my.
I'll take a picture of like the shoes that I wear, and I'll put it on the Instagram account or something like that. It's a lot. It's like I got 10 pairs in the closet in the bedroom, like another 7 or 8 in the closet in the front, and then some stuff that I only wear in the winter, stuff I only wear in the summer, stuff that's like sports only, like basketball shoes or football cleats.
But like, what's up with those? Like, how many pairs of just like gym shoes do you own?
I wear most of my shoes to the gym. Like, I don't buy a pair of running shoes that I just wear out. Like, I wear my basketball shoes to the gym, or I'll wear those to the gym. Chucks, I'll wear to the gym. I'll wear
But like,
whatever.
I have one pair of gym shoes. I'm pretty sure Mike's the same way.
I just
Yeah,
wear
I've
whatever.
heard them out.
I just wear whatever I feel like.
I
that
got
day.
two, but
I mix it
one
up.
just because I bought two, and I don't even like them. I wear them when I run. Like I literally wear them because they're good runners, but like other than that, they're
Right.
Yesterday I wore them on a hike.
The
in
Under
the
Armour
mud.
ones?
So
Those are the Under
I don't
Armour
care.
ones?
No, they're Nikes.
Oh,
I typically
Why?
don't
You have
buy
hikers.
honestly. Like I'm a huge Nike guy for sure.
yeah.
Like if I'm buying runners, I'm going Nike. They've just been good for me. I don't really like the Adidas designs too much.
I kind of do. I
Definitely
kind
not
of
buying
fuck with it.
Reebok.
What'd you say about Reebok?
I'm definitely not buying Reebok.
Man, I saw a pair of Reeboks that were like they were on sale at Mark's Work Warehouse, and I was like,
Oof.
those are kind of sick.
How the mighty
But-
have fallen.
I don't know if it's like I think it just might be a principle thing. Like I'm a pretty loyal like when I buy like I typically find something I like and I stay in my lane with it.
Well, yeah, I'm the same way.
Like sports, like shoes, I buy Nike. Like workout wear, I buy Nike and Under Armour, and Lululemon now for that shit. To be fair,
Well,
Lululemon's
like-
just became
yeah.
my favorite for clothes.
When you want to treat yourself, and fuck yeah.
Well, it's that, and it's just like they're the best fucking workout clothes I've ever had. They don't ever get fucked up. They stay fresh. It seems like, which is crazy.
I know. I don't know. Like every time I put them on, it feels like the first time I put them on.
Yeah, they nothing happens to them, man. I lost my pair of shorts. That's what happened to me. I lost them. Like they were fine. Like they never wore out, and I wore them tons.
Yeah.
Now I'm like slowly getting into like like I'm just building a fucking wardrobe. Like I got 3 pairs of pants now, which is I'll probably get like 1 more pair of pants, and I'll probably be good for life.
I got a pair of pants for 2 actually for Christmas. The pair of joggers. They're fucking super nice, but they're just a little too small. I got the mediums. I think I need the large.
From where?
But yeah.
You just wear them for. Well, I guess we're gonna return them. The larges are small. I wear the larges, and they when I first try them on, they seem small, but I've been wearing them now, and they're just like, well, I can't. Like I don't really have a choice. Like I think the extra large, if there even is one, is probably too.
What about like a buddy I know? He wears the large talls. He says they fit him better.
I don't know. It's not really. I don't know what. Like I wore them for a couple times, and they're fucking mint now. So
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what. Okay, so I fuck with Lululemon pretty hard. I don't see me ever buying another pair of Nike shorts because they're like $50 versus like $70.
yeah.
Why would you ever pay the $50? Pay an extra $20 to get like way nicer shorts, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Way better fit. They're gonna last longer. I just don't see me ever buying another pair of Nike shorts or sweatpants or anything.
You guys don't have the
new.
Gymshark shorts, the 7-inch like the ones that everyone wears. I'll tell you, man, for those ones are $30, and they're great. They're really great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean the length?
7-inch inseam, yeah.
7's
Okay.
short, isn't it? I think I rock the 9s.
It's above the knee. 9 is like a basketball short. 7 is like what you'd see at the gym. 5 is like you're insecure about your quads.
You're insecure, so you're showing them off.
You're showing them off more.
That's insecure.
You want everyone to see your quads is the 5-inch.
That's
I got 5
that's
inch.
secure.
I got 5 inch shorts.
What do you use your 5-inch shorts for though?
I used them when I was training for my triathlon, or going on long bikes.
Running and biking would be okay. Yeah.
It was so fucking gay. It was so hurting. I don't think I'll wear them again.
Can we leave that in? I
Yeah.
guess we gotta leave that in. I said retard a couple times last week, so we gotta leave that in.
And then you put that on the Instagram.
Yeah, because I feel strongly about that point. Let's talk about the market-related topics we have to hit today. I have a few things written down. Have you guys ever heard of Ramp Capital on Twitter?
Of course not. I don't have Twitter.
I'm surprised you haven't heard of Ramp Capital. This guy basically runs a once weekly poll where he asks his Twitter followers, and he's got probably, I don't know, 100,000 followers, if not more.
I'll be back. I gotta take a leak.
Okay. This guy runs a fairly popular Twitter account called Ramp LLC. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there it is. Ramp Capital LLC, and it's a guy in the wheelchair going up a ramp. That's his his avatar. So
Okay.
yeah, so every week he puts up a poll and he asks his followers, all 197,000 of them, which stock he should buy. And
Which stock he should buy?
which
Okay.
stock he should buy. So he picks it based on a number of different things. He like might go to a random generator. He might look at like the most popular stocks on Twitter that week, whatever it is, right? And so he'll pick 4 of them, and then everyone votes, and then Friday at close he buys that stock. The stock has to be held for at least 1 month, so 4 weeks. On week 5, the stock that he buys would go back into the pool with 3 other stocks that are new, right? And so if that stock wins again, he keeps. If it doesn't win,
So he doesn't. So he just rolls his money over. He doesn't have a portfolio.
he's got a portfolio. He keeps track of the portfolio.
But does he? But you just said that he'll sell it, didn't you?
Yeah, but every week he does a new poll. So after 4 weeks, he's got 4 stocks, and then if the voting public votes in week 5 to sell the week 1 stock, i.e. the week 1 stock doesn't win the 4-stock poll, then he'll get out of the position and move into something new.
So he only ever has 4 stocks then.
That's right, 4 plus the SPY. That's what he's got. That's what he's got the free cash in. So
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I had a similar thought on this.
So it's
Anyway,
this
go ahead.
this is like a weird. I only found out about this like probably a month ago or something like that. But Zero Hedge and a few other places had an article on him as the year came to a close. What would you guess this guy's portfolio did in 2020? Like what was the percentage gain on his portfolio?
So it's basically like you let the community pick a stock for you every week.
Twitter, not the community. It's not stock twits. It's not it's fucking Twitter only. That's it.
But out of 4 stocks. So if he was like Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, Google.
So I'll tell you what his thing was today. Today he had to buy. His poll was the stock purchase day. Oh, sorry, it's 10 weeks, not 4 weeks. So the stock purchase will be held for a minimum of 10 weeks. The stock options today were Zoom, Moderna, Pfizer, and Palantir, which is the data management software for the case counts, I think, in a few places related to Peter Thiel.
Pentagon.
Yeah. So those are the ones he had today. Palantir won with 46%. So he rolls out of the SPY. So at the end of the day, he says, I sold 1/9 of the SPY position and rotated into Palantir. And so next week he'll do the same thing. He'll roll out 1/8 or whatever and buy the next stock, and then he'll start rolling from the stocks into new stocks as the polls continue.
So it's kind of like 4 fairly reputable companies, and then lets the Twitter community vote. Right?
Yeah, but it's not always reputable. I'm gonna find another poll here.
Because honestly, now this day and age, you could throw darts at a dartboard of the Nasdaq, and you would be crushing it this year or last year.
Yeah, compared to March, but what about compared to January? It's a full year, right? It's not just from March where it was the lows. It's the full year.
I think a lot of the Nasdaq, which is super tech heavy, is way up on what they were at YTD.
So his year to date. His one for the 8th, for January 8th, was Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and Snapchat, and Twitter won that one. That was before the Trump ban.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was this.
Boycotting Twitter now.
Yeah.
2021.
Yeah. So what do you think? He did in 2020? What was his
percentage?
The portfolio percentage gain. Yeah. I wish I had the S&P number for the year. If you just bought the SPY year to date, what would you have made? I don't know. I could pull it up.
I mean, you're sitting in front of a computer. I'm sitting in front of a fireplace.
R.I.P. SPY 1 year, it was 330 on January 16, 2020, and it's 375 now.
Okay, I think
really not that much, right? Really not that much. It's barely even a point, if that.
I'm gonna say
gains are gains, man.
Fucking 60%.
60%. Mike, what do you think?
45.
He was 26% for the year.
Is that not good?
That's super good.
It's pretty
That's
fucking
what
good.
I'm saying. Like
It's
I look at that's what I look at. Like when I'm looking at my portfolio, I'm looking at like typically I check everything out what's going on, but then I always look at like what I've grossed over the whole year percentage wise, because that's what I really care about. I don't really care about how much money I've made. I want to see the percentage gone up. That's what I'm curious about.
Yeah, for sure.
Someone's got to explain to me how, like, you know, we've talked on this show a bunch of times about how the majority is almost never right when it comes to markets or basically anything. And
well, up until now.
Well,
it seems to be like
yeah,
this year everybody's right.
Seems like now they are, and I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about that. Like I saw that account, like I said, probably about a month ago. Started following it. This guy tweets all kinds of nonsense all day long. He's talking about Bitcoin. He's talking about, you know, everything he writes is about stonks, not about stocks. Or it's like a pure meme.
Go up.
It's like a pure meme account, but the guy is up 26 and change for the year, which is unbelievable.
Yeah. Exactly. I know, it's fucking crazy.
I don't know what to make about that. I also read today, on sort of in the same vein, that Wall Street Bets is now the second most engaged with subreddit on the Reddit platform, which yeah.
Thank you, Robinhood. Thank you, fucking Robinhood.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
It's fucking crazy how like mainstream investing is now. Like I was like mainstream enough before, but like now it's just all these like degenerates that like they don't gamble, but they fucking throw tons of money on the stock market and call it investing.
Yeah.
Well, is that like, so does that be like negative or positive to like a guy who actually wants to be an investor?
It's
a lot more like,
it's just like, I feel like before, like I would like even like 10 years ago, I would respect you more if you were like investing back then versus now, because it actually took a lot of effort to get involved, and like it wasn't so. Now it's just like download an app, buy a stock. It's like whatever.
Why barriers to entry back then?
Yeah, there's barriers to entry. So it's like, oh, you were actually invested in this. You want to, and you're like, I feel like you were way more wary of spending your money before, where you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna like actually invest some of my hard-earned money into like this stock. I'm gonna really look it up and like try to find out all I can about this stock. Now it's like, fucking open up an account today, $1,000 on Tesla. I'll probably make a bunch of money on it. Like no one like cares. It's like it's just so easy now.
Did you ever get the Tesla stock, Mike?
No.
I
think I get a bail on it. I would have to exit shit to get it, and I like what I have. Like it's only made me money, so why would I bounce on it? It's all these things. Like I don't want to start being the guy where I just start pulling shit out to like forget rich quick ideas, right? Like I know that's not a very foolproof plan.
Whoa, I'm offended.
Based on what I've heard and what I've learned from people who've invested for like years.
That's like, yeah, okay. You got me in one ear and Joey in the other.
I mean, like I also watch videos. Like I'm not just learning from you guys. Like I'm doing some on my own time. I look at the guys that have crushed it over the years, right? And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to do what they do. They seem to have laid down a pretty solid blueprint. I might as well mimic that.
I'm so happy that you're actually involved in this. Man, a year ago we started this podcast. You were like checking out whenever we were talking about this shit.
Yeah.
And now it's like you're like so invested and you're so deep. It's like makes me so happy.
Well, I had to, man. Like I the thing is, man, like the way I work, I've learned this about myself, and it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I fucking show up late to every fucking party, every single one. But then when I show up. So it's like, okay. The only parties that I don't show up late for are the ones where there's drinking involved. I'm usually there early. But everything else, like in life, man, like I didn't show up, like I didn't start like trying in school until I was in college. I didn't get a good job until I was 25.
Mm-hmm.
Like just shit like that. And then I always knew the answer. I'm like, oh, I have to do this, but I just never fucking did it.
Yeah.
Now I'm there. I'm like, oh, I gotta go in. Like I got at least like a try, because like I was like, you see it for what it is. Like when you play a long game, you're like, I could just work my whole life, and then like I see guys in their 60s that can't fucking retire. I don't want to be them.
Oh, imagine.
you know, and like it doesn't matter how good the job is. You can just be a complete fucking dipshit with your money, and then you're fucked.
Imagine.
It's not even that like far off the like realm of possibility, man. Like it's there. It's super fucking apparent. Like there's more of those guys than you think.
Oh fuck! You think there's more of those guys than not?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You think they're the average now?
I would say that's the average. Yes, it's because people just like, you know, like the thing is like there's like it's just like mindsets of like a lot of these guys. It's just like, oh well, the more you make, the more you spend. I'm like, well, not necessarily. Like you don't have to do that.
The more you spend.
Yeah, it's not me.
Like you got to like because they got to go. They get like they start making. They get their ticket. They're making $100K or whatever. Then they got to buy a fucking new truck. They got to buy a fucking sick house. But like all this shit, like living well out of their means, right? Like, or you can just like you know live humbly and really crush it, and your bank account can crush it.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's something I was thinking about today that I've definitely tweeted in the past, maybe talked about it on the show before, about like money managers. And I have friends now who are asking, not only me, I'm sure, but like asking me about if I have someone who does my investing for me, and I do.
Yeah, I've had that too.
I do have someone who does my investing for me, but that was 5 years ago, when I didn't know any better and didn't have all these different vehicles to do it myself. And I'm convinced now that money managers, you know, any money manager that's available to you or me is not a good money manager. People who, you know, money managers who make themselves available to someone who's got no money to help them get wealthy.
They're low on the pole.
You know what I mean? Like, I hate to say it about myself.
You gotta cut your hair.
Yeah, I don't like fucking, you know, demeaning myself, but let's face it, like no worthwhile money manager is going to be like, yo, we got to get Joey's account, his 50K, his 60K. We got to get that like, no, they're not going to do that.
So what? Okay. So I've been thinking about this a little bit. Like if I got to a certain point and say you have $5 million.
Yeah.
In cash. You can just like, I think at that point you can hire a money manager and then be like, yo, give me 4% a year.
Protect. Yeah.
This. And it's like, okay, I don't have to worry about it. This guy's dealing with it. 4% a year. I'm not going to I don't want to make 80% on my 5 mil. I don't want to get risky shit. I want to make $100,000 a year from this $5 million.
Passive income.
Hook me up. I would do that, I think. I would obviously have some on the side to like real estate and all that shit, but I could be like, I'm a guaranteed 100 and something K income if I just give this guy 5 mil or however many, a couple million. Yeah. I would be cool with that, I think.
I agree, because like at that point, like you just have your money make your salary, right? Like it's like no problem. It's like you might as well, and it pretty much like you can if you should be competent enough if you're dealing with that kind of money to like guarantee a 4%. Like, don't you think you should be? Like, obviously there's risk, but like it's 4%. Like this is your job. Like you should be able. This is what you're supposed to do. This is what you learn. This is what you're supposed to do.
But the problem with that is like, you say you want 4%. He's not going to go out and buy 50% of it in Facebook stock and the other 50% in Tesla stock. You know, he's going to put you in like super, super, super low risk dividend income things that are like they're never going to go up that much. So like if you have like at 2008 or 2007 or whatever, you're not going to see that 4%. You're going to get way less, and then your 5 mil is going to turn into like 4.5 or like 4. You know, it's like way lower risk shit. So you're never going to see like a 50, 60, 70% year. You know, like
you're not asking for that though.
I know, that's what I mean though.
Yeah.
Like that's why like it seems like it's easy to make that 4% a year because like me and you. We could all buy Amazon and watch it go up 4% next week and then just sell and be like, all right, here's this guy's 4%. Cool. I'm going to sit on the rest of the money for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
But they don't do that. They need to make it like slow and steady.
The thing that the back half of that tweet that I never sent was good investment managers, good brokers, good advisors protect wealth. You've made the money already, and they do their best to protect it and grow it at some kind of slow pace. So whether it's 4% or whatever it is, right? Like if you're talking, think about if you had like, let's say, okay, we all do really well. The investment property takes off. They find an oil reserve underneath the investment property, and we all make about 10 million, and they bulldoze the neighborhood to put a fucking rig in there, and I would just say to any investment advisor, a competent investment advisor would hopefully make this offer, right? We'll make you 2% on your 10 million. There's going to be years where the market goes 7 or 8, and there's going to be years where the market goes -2 or 3, but you're always going to get 2%. And that's all you need. You're protecting your wealth, right? You've already done the work.
Sure.
Like financial advisors who tell you that they'll help you build wealth, you don't need them, because you can build wealth buying the index every year at 7% or 8%, or take a Twitter poll and make 26% or whatever the fuck that guy was doing. Like, insanity, right? Like with no training.
The average like on the S&P is 10%.
7 or 8, I think.
Which is like, so it's like you can just, if you don't know, you can just invest in that like every fucking time you can. Every time you just put it in the S&P.
But that's 7 or 8% averaged out. That's some years it's like 25, and some years that's like -15. You know,
right?
You know how many years the S&P has gone down in the last 20 years?
Pardon?
You know how many years the S&P has gone down in the last 20 years?
None.
Probably one.
One. Yeah.
2008.
No, 2017.
What? It didn't go down.
17 or 18 was the year. It was overall drop. I just heard that on a podcast today. Maybe, you know what? No, it wasn't 2008, because I remember thinking that I was thinking it was 2008, and it's not. It's like 2017 or 18, which is nuts.
I'd be shocked if it didn't drop in 2008.
I don't think it did. I'm gonna look it up right now. But yeah, I think that if you're protecting wealth, then you know those investors are a little harder to come by. They may not. Give you what you're give you the whatever the retail pitch, but you don't need the retail pitch if you have money to protect. You're not worried about that.
I went to like financial advisors, but the guy because my mom worked there, right? Mm-hmm. So she kind of got me an appointment with a guy that he's not supposed to just deal with like a new guy. He's supposed to deal with guys that are like investing upwards of like $100,000 kind of thing. So I was talking to this guy, and he kind of gave me the whole rundown of like investing, and like he just basically showed me, like he taught me what an index chart was and all this stuff. So like if you get an opportunity like that, I would recommend you take it. Or at least go have the conversation. Like you don't necessarily need to pay them, but these guys do fucking like if like I would imagine they just have these consultations for free. So I mean,
they definitely do, man. You can go to the bank and get so much free shit.
Yeah, like you just go in and have a conversation. Like it's only beneficial. Like I did it for like. I don't know. I would say like 3 months I was going in every week, just talking to people about shit and like just learning, because like, I don't know, like I'm not the type of guy that can just sit and read shit on the internet and retain it. Like going down and like sitting down on my own time, like going out of my way and sitting down and talking to the guy was like pretty goddamn fucking informative, but it was like I'm not going to sit there and pay the guy. Like, cause I just want the information. Like I'd rather like try and fail and like learn something from it.
Right.
Like here, take money, and then I'm gonna take a loss just paying you to make me money potentially, right? I'd rather just lose the money anyway and learn myself. And you can make your own decisions that way and whatever. But I don't know. I wouldn't recommend people do what I do, but.
So you guys are you were right, Will, about the price. So it must have been the last 10 years. In 08 it dropped. About. I would guess 17%, 18%, not quite 20, from about 1250 to about 900, and then in 2018 was the other drop, year over year. So
that's
maybe
for the ETF.
Well, just the S&P 500, right? So the ETF would have had about the same drop if you bought the SPX, but that's like. All things considered, even this year, the economy shut down, and yeah, there was a lot of money printing and all that stuff, but like. I think retail, again, this is like something I think investors or investment portfolio managers and stuff like that, like guys who are pros, always kind of balk at. Like retail is not getting smarter. They're fucking Robin Hooders, whatever. Like retail is getting smarter. If retail wasn't getting smarter, the S&P wouldn't have been up 20% for the year or 15% for the year. On a year when the economy crashed. Like retail is getting smarter. Retail is looking at the money printer. Retail is looking at fiscal policy and monetary policy and all these different responses from governments. They know now.
But are they getting smarter, or are they just becoming more people? Is it just becoming more of a force? Like, you know, it's like, are they getting smarter, or is there just more people below them on the totem pole willing to buy in at a higher price to keep pushing it up?
The other
It's like-
side, what about is it just like people who are investing automatically, like buying VTI or whatever the all world index is every 2 weeks? Like, is that it too?
Maybe.
And is
I think
also
it's
is
Go
not
ahead.
having like more people, is that not like in a way that's essentially like it getting smarter? Like it's just raising the average.
Could be more
Like
people.
the
I don't
lower
know.
the lower
Yeah.
IQ, whatever, the lower IQ is like the bottom line is getting higher.
I don't know.
It's just getting smarter
Yeah.
from the other direction, you know what I mean?
You think
Like-
I don't know. I don't know if no more people means smarter. I think I would say like let's say like 50 years ago, for you to like be investing in stocks and like and all that shit, you had to be pretty fucking smart, and like you had to go to school and like learn all that shit,
Read those
become a
tapes.
broker, and all that.
Read
And
the
then like
tape.
nowadays, you can be like an
The tape.
18-year-old who just like downloads an app and then
Yeah.
just like buys something because someone else does. I wouldn't
Oh,
say that.
Dude, we went to that. We were at my buddy's house, and then because these kids always came and fucking crashed our party, so we just went and crashed theirs. And they're
Mhm.
all just like, these kids are fucking rich kids. Like, you know, they're rich. We went to the kid's garage, and he's got fucking cars out the ass, like a fucking $10,000 go kart, shit like that.
Oh yeah.
And they're
So
like the way that they're talking, I'm like, it was just like they're all into investing, which is great, but it was just like they're I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just because I'm older now, and like they just seemed like young and arrogant.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, man, like fuck, like it's like you're how much can you possibly fucking know? You're like 21 years old. Like there's a difference. Like I can understand you know something, but like you have to have time in the game to know as much as you're acting like you know, right? Like you
Well,
don't just know everything in 2 years.
They think stocks only go up. Also,
Yeah,
like
that's the thing.
100%. Like Warren Buffett said this kind of shit, and in 1999, he's like, all these fund managers think are so fucking arrogant right now because all they did is buy every single tech stock, and they're like sitting on portfolios that are up like I don't know, like 60, 70, 80%, or he's like up like 15, 20, and people are like, yeah, you missed the boat, and all that shit. And he's like, yeah, okay, whatever. But these people don't know how to invest. They're just riding the wave that's raising all the boats. You know, they're just like they aren't actually investing. You know.
Yeah, well, like they have
That's
like
what-
a couple years where they make 60%, whereas Warren Buffett just constantly is making 20% every year.
But that's why I feel like that's what these kids are. These kids are like those early tech investors who think that like they're smarter than everyone else. Whereas like, nah, everyone's just either being more careful than you, or no one wants to take these crazy risks.
Portnoy is running a fucking Twitter channel every day or whatever he was doing before. He was doing the Barstool Fund for small businesses. He was running Davey Day Trader Global, and he's selling T-shirts that say stocks only go up. Like this is the market.
He's fucking actually smart.
Yeah, but this is the market we're in now, right? Like if you started investing in 2008 when that first fiscal response was for like 300 billion, right? Which at the time seemed like this astronomical, never again to be seen number. Once in a lifetime
now it's like
black swan. Well, you saw what you see what Biden and Harris. Did you see what Biden and Harris
That's my wife.
Biden and Harris are planning to pass? You see what they're planning to pass? What the number is for the stimulus bill?
It's got to be. It's 3.3 trillion, right?
1.9 trillion, double what it was in March.
I saw something 3.3. I was like, Jesus, man!
Double.
Like, there's not even that much on the planet.
Well, we know how many trillion is. 1 trillion seconds, you'd be walking with fucking dinosaurs, okay? You'd be a single-celled organism dealing with T-Rex or something like that, whatever the fuck was going on back then. These guys have no understanding.
That was the number we said as a kid.
Yeah.
A trillion.
A trillion.
Like it doesn't even seem like it's a real number.
Like I need Joe Biden to be in the White House or in Congress giving his first address talking about like I'm gonna just drop from a helicopter $1 trillion and throw the fucking pinky up because that's where that belongs. That's where that belongs. Right? Like that's it. And like he's like so okay on the Robin Hood thing, they're gonna send $1,400 to each voting American. $1,400. It's not even means tested. Everybody who casts a vote gets $1,400. How many of those people are going to buy fucking Tesla or Amazon or Bitcoin or fucking you name it? You name it. This is why there is no case for me to sell anything before the 27th or of January or the 4th of February, whatever that is, right? Whenever those checks go out, I'm not selling anything before those fucking people get their money. When they get their money and they buy, then I'll think about rolling out to cash for a bit.
Dude, it's like
Fuck
it's like glamorous now to be like an investor. It's like I get it. I'm on board. Like I'm all for it. But like at the same time, like I'm not gonna be the guy that just goes around and like brags about investing. Like I just do it. It's not. You have no idea how many fucking like in the future like this like the younger guys are gonna be going out on dates and stuff and like talking about this shit. Like they're all gonna be savvy investors and blah
I'm
blah
just
blah.
checking my portfolio, babe. Hold on.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
who fucking you're because you're supposed to. Am I wrong? Are you not supposed to do this?
What? Invest?
Invest.
Investing
Yeah.
is what we're doing, but these other guys on Wall Street Bets are like fucking putting in like options on, General Motors for fucking, $100 a share or whatever the fuck they were doing, a month ago or a week ago. And I don't know if you've ever been on Wall Street Bets, Mike. I just sent to the Instagram chat that we have. Wall Street Bets is nothing but lost porn. It's like guys who are like, their portfolio went from like $1.5 million because the options were in the money and then just drops to $3,000. Gone.
Yeah.
It's gone. Like it's an incredible loss in a week.
Why don't you
it
just take $1.5 million and bounce?
Because you can't. That's not the way those.
Oh.
It's not the way those things work. Those
Yeah, I'm
vehicles
not
don't
doing
work
that.
like that.
I'm not playing that shit. I'd rather just, I'd rather just put money into something and hold it. Like I'm definitely like addicted to looking at. Like I always talk about like when I get like yesterday when Airbnb went up to $180 or $180.
What's it at now?
It's down. It's like
169.
166. It went down, but I was like.
today.
I was like, oh man, nice. This is a good hold. I'm like, I've been holding it for like fucking 4 weeks. Like I'm like,
that even seems long.
Fluctuates
I know.
so much.
I know.
Like, is this gonna go up? I'm like, oh, it's just like it's always fun to be like, oh yo, check it out, look at this. Like I did this today, but like I know it's not gonna stay. But it's
That's
like,
exactly-
oh nice, like this is a good day. But then it just like, I don't know. I know it was gonna drop, and it dropped today. Everything fucking went down today. I was like, oh whatever.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
It was a fun day yesterday.
I know, where it's like, man, I fucking made $2,000 today. It's like, did you though? I mean,
tomorrow
yeah,
it's gonna be gone.
That's right.
that's how it. Yo, that's
Paper
what
gains,
I
man.
feel about Elon Musk being the richest person in the world. It's so, to me, it's not even real. It's like, to me, Jeff Bezos is still the richest guy in the world because it's like, man, Tesla was up like 800% this fucking year alone. How sustainable is that? Like he could go down to like the 5th richest person in the world in like 2 weeks.
Even a day.
Did you
A
guys
day.
see the JP Morgan stock? Whatever. What do they? I can't remember what they call those things. Like the forecast for the stocks, where they do target setting. The JP Morgan did one for Tesla. I think it came out like 3 days ago or 4 days ago, and the long and short of it is, these guys think Tesla is like an upward spiral. They're like, as soon as it goes up, people just want to buy it, and then it goes up more, and more people want to buy it, and it goes up more and more. There's no background and backing for this price. I'm not saying it's a worthless company. It's definitely not. But it's not, I'm the richest guy in the world when the second richest guy is literally sending me the shit I order the same day in a fucking drone in my city, building warehouses all over the world.
Like you never hear anybody say how volatile Amazon is.
I can't believe Amazon's going up and down.
You know it's good. It's not going anywhere. It's only fucking. It's Amazon's just taking over the planet. That's all it's doing.
That's it.
Man, what I don't understand is like, okay, is Tesla gonna be the next GM? It's already worth like fucking so many more times than GM.
Will,
like,
we measure the daily moves in Tesla by the GDP of Bosnia. Of course they're bigger than fucking GM.
Like, GM sells cars every fucking where. So many fucking cars to everyone in the States. Even if Tesla takes that over, that means that they're going to be the same size as them. Why is it all of a sudden they are 50 times bigger than them? It's the same fucking market size. That is what I don't understand. That drives me nuts.
How can they Tesla sales?
How can they be projected to be this much more bigger than GM when GM already is like a massive car company?
A solidified one too. If like they're not going anywhere either.
They already have all the sales. So even if Tesla sold as many cars as them, wouldn't that make Tesla to be almost the same price as them, not like 1,000 times more?
So Tesla, their market cap, this article was written December 14th, so before Elon was richest man in the world. Tesla's market cap bigger than the total market cap of Volkswagen, Toyota, Nissan, Hyundai, GM, Ford, Honda, Fiat Chrysler, and Peugeot.
Yeah, but you don't see that many fucking Teslas on the road.
Yeah, but Mike, have you seen the logo? Like,
Oh, see, that's kind of where I was like, I'm like, obviously I'm tempted by Tesla because like, why wouldn't you be? Like, you're just seeing significant gains, but like, I just don't see the backing behind it because I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Like the guy, like what you're saying, like I just think that it's like very social media, like backed. You know what I mean? Like I think it's just
Yeah.
driving its popularity
it's
and
Wall
like,
Street bets backed.
well, you're seeing all this fucking like the crazy like increases in the value, and then it's just like, yeah, but why?
Exactly.
Like, is it just it's getting a lot of eyes, but like I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing, man. Like, because at like the same time, like every good thing he does, it goes up, and if he does something bad, it goes down significantly, and it's just like a really weird. It's just weird, man. I'm like, I don't know if I want to be in this, but like, I do. And if I don't get in, and it just solidifies it and crushes it, no hard feelings for me.
That's right.
I will say it right now. I think that Bitcoin has a higher ceiling than Tesla does.
I think so too.
Same.
Well, Tesla, like, what is Tesla's electric cars? Like, it's just it's a popular thing right now.
It's a battery company, Mike. They're going to Mars,
Yeah.
Mike. You didn't know that?
Yeah, whatever. Like, I
Well-
don't really understand how that's like a profitable thing.
That's what everyone
Or even
says. That's
Mars
the
has
Bulls.
Mars.
The Bulls are all about the batteries, and they're going to Mars. That's the whole.
Mars
story.
is SpaceX, which is a totally different company.
Yeah.
Same CEO. It's not the same at all. So
I
I don't
also
know what
don't
to
understand
think.
how that's like worth investing in. I don't like as a person who's trying to see gains. I'm not really here for the greater good. I'm here to make fucking money. I don't understand how that is like.
We're gonna
something-
send people to a shittier planet.
like by way shittier.
Well, we don't know. We've never been there.
Well, I don't know. Did you see what Bezos said? Maybe he's just mad because he's behind in the space race.
What do you
Do
say?
you think he's actually pissed?
No, I mean it's fucking. Why would he be pissed? He's
What do
the
you
fucking
say?
richest
What do you
man on
say?
the
I don't
planet.
know. I don't even know what he
was just
said.
He was just like, okay, so you think like it's like okay to live on Mars? Like then you owe it to yourself to climb to the top of Mount Everest and camp out on top because Mars is 10 times worse than that.
He said that?
Yeah. Or whatever. It's like along those lines. That's not verbatim, but he's just like, yeah, go to the top of Mount Everest without a Sherpa or anything like that and live there for a week because Mars is 10 times worse than the summit of Mount Everest.
Isn't it true that the Everest like summit climbs for like the uninitiated have stops where you see like the frozen corpses of climbers before you?
I wouldn't be surprised. And they have to
think
just
it
leave
is.
them up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
They just leave it.
I kind of want to do that for my own ego, but I doubt it.
That would be
So
a
what?
tough rip. That would be a tough rip.
To climb Everest?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know what the thing is about climbing Everest? My cousin is big on this right now. 'Cause he's
I can't
like
believe you
massive
just
fan.
started a sentence with "Let me tell you the thing about climbing Everest."
The thing
Well, let me
is,
tell you the thing about
it's a puppet.
it. Yes, he's a puppet himself. That's the thing. So you could pay 200 grand to get guided up there. Okay,
200 grand?
it costs to get it to like first of all kit yourself out with
Wow.
everything, and then buy like two like Sherpas to take you up there. You can do it with like not a shit ton of training and just like pay your way up there, kind of.
Can I get
But
everything I need at Mech, or no? I have to go somewhere else.
You probably have to go to Sale.
Mm.
Damn. Thank
But
God.
either way,
Rats.
all I'm saying is what I was saying to my cousin was, yeah, you can go do all the prep you want, spend all the fucking money you want. It's not the unprepared. I mean, the unprepared do die, but it's the weather. If you are on your way up there and the weather changes, you're dead. It doesn't matter. You're just taking a risk on the weather, no matter what.
Probably gonna go bad.
Why don't we just ask? Can't we just ask like CH News what the weather's gonna be? Like they got
Yeah.
7-day and 14-day forecasts.
What's it like up there? Oh, it's fucking cold.
It's
It is
cold
like-
and it's probably windy as shit.
That's right. The wind is what it will fucking get you.
Oh my
It's
God.
the wind.
But like if a snow comes in and you don't know what the fuck way is up and down, a Sherpa's not gonna. He's just gonna be like, all right, peace. You're on your own. See ya. I'm getting myself out of here.
He has a drone. You think just carry him away or what?
Yeah, probably. He probably has a rope ladder he just puts down.
You just
People-
Suey's?
But
He
people
just fucking-
people
he just
die all the
rappels
time
down.
just because of that.
See ya.
You just get unlucky and you die. That's why I would never do a crazy like mountain climb like that, because it's not up to you. It's up to fucking Mother Nature decides
Good luck winning that one.
Exactly.
If you
Mother
were
Nature ain't never losing. She's undefeated.
If you were a true climber, you would say that it's up to luck whether or not you live or die on Mount Everest, the same as it is in your real life. And so I'm going to take the chance and live on Everest.
Thing too,
take that risk.
Is
Fuck that.
Or is it Father Nature?
That's not binary nature. It's they nature now.
Oh, it's it.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
we don't want to offend
What's
anybody.
the nature's pronoun?
This might be a bridge we can't cross on this show yet. Maybe once we get to 1,000 listeners per episode, we'll think about.
Essentially,
Well, we can offend more people. Yeah.
Should we move to the OnlyFans post in the Toronto Star from or New York Times, wherever that was from last week?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we get some refreshing. That's for sure.
So I was able to dig up and send you guys a post from what I'm sure the people who write for this publication.
Okay, layman's term: the one chick was hot and made a bunch of money. The other chick's not as hot, didn't make any money.
The title of the article
Whoa.
is the title of the article is
shocked.
the title of the article is jobless, selling nudes online and still struggling. And the sort of like lead model of the photo is someone named someone named Savannah Benavides, and she's
Why do you pronounce it like that?
I don't know. It's my.
Benavides.
I'm trying to pay homage to our Hispanic listeners. So she's got a 2-year-old son, and his daycare shut down. She's 23, and she's made $64,000 since July. Now Savannah is admittedly like not awful to look at, but you'd never look up Savannah if you were looking for like someone to check out on
Right.
I don't know, Pornhub or something.
If you were gonna pay to see someone naked, it's not necessarily her.
No, it's
Maybe.
absolutely not.
And
No,
some people just like fucking, average.
seems very unlikely.
You're right.
Realistic.
People
Maybe.
do like that. Exactly. They like the realistic people who they think that they can maybe get with.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm
For
gonna
sure.
I'm gonna send you guys the link on the chat. So maybe if you're able, you can pull it up. Will, I know you're sort of living in the third world over there, so you might not be able to. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna send it to Mike. So she's made $64,000 since July. That's American. That's a fuck ton of money. That's about $115,000 a year on salary.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah,
Holy
selling pictures of herself naked, among other things. I'm sure. Haven't checked her feed, but the next article or the next paragraph is about a woman named Lexi Eichsenberger, Eichenberger. She was hoping for a similar windfall when she started an OnlyFans account in November. A restaurant worker in Billings, Montana. She's been laid off 3 times since the pandemic. 22 years old, and was so in need of cash by October that she had to drop out of dental hygiene school after donating plasma and doing odd jobs. I don't wonder if Sean from Toronto knows about donating plasma.
Probably.
Yeah, conversation for another time. She still didn't have enough money to pay her bills, so at the suggestion of some friends, she started an OnlyFans account. Now these friends, you got to cut them loose because I'm pretty sure they're yanking your chain probably.
Yeah. Hey man, you gotta sell your body. That's how you
I don't know if they're yanking her chain, man.
She's made $500 since October. Now, $500.
I'd be fucking psyched up.
Same here, dude. How much have we made from the show? We've been doing it for a year. We made like $50.
But we have fun.
This is
doing
arguably
this.
a lot more difficult than selling photos of ourselves naked.
Mike, if I was selling pictures of me with my dick out and I made $500 in 6 months, I'd be fucking pissed. I'd be pissed.
Well, that's the risk you fucking take. You know you're going into a fucking
Absolutely.
a superficial like demographic. Like if you're a 10, you know you're a 10.
Okay.
Let's be
Yeah.
real. If you're not a 10, it's pretty obvious that you're not a fucking 10.
I'm going to share
I
my
would
screen
not
for the
go
fucking
in- I
YouTube
would-
crowd.
I would not go into. I'd be like, all right, strap for money. I'm gonna start an OnlyFans account. I'm gonna fucking make bank. I know. You know, you set some self awareness.
This is an easy way to make money. It's just not the.
So this is the girl who's making.
Yeah.
She's made $64,000 since July.
She's okay.
She's all right.
Is she $120,000 a year? Okay.
Apparently.
I would never buy OnlyFans
Never.
at all, ever,
Never.
anywhere. Why would you?
So if
But
we
it
scroll
wouldn't
down
be
here.
And if I was, it would never be for her.
See, I'm that guy cleaning gutters.
We got this girl next here.
I'm on OnlyFans just scooping out the trash. Hey, you like that? You like that shit?
My question, I think, is like, you know, what responsibility does OnlyFans have?
None,
first of all,
zero.
To the women who signed up and the guys who signed up, I guess too.
Safety.
And two, we have said this many times on this show about this healthy at any size, attractive at any size, you're perfect the way you are. How many more times do these idiots have to bump up against reality before they realize that they're being sold a fucking lie? How many more times do they have to see this?
So much. Can I say this?
Go.
I watched. This is like the other end of the spectrum. So like, you're so fucking fat and gross that you know you're fucking fat and gross, and you're making tons of money. I watched My 600-Pound Life the other day.
Is that the one where they like have to pull people out of their beds with like there's like a crane? They have an in-house crane.
She's got fat on her forehead.
Yes, it took 7 firemen to get this lady out of her house. Yeah.
Dude.
But anyway, so
Christ.
the way that she's
Seven
making
firemen.
the way that she's making money now is eating on camera. Just folds out and just eating on camera. And she's
not
I
right.
guarantee she makes way more than both of those chicks.
It's not right.
It's so fucking bad.
But it doesn't matter if it's right or wrong if she found a way to make fucking money.
Fuck yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
what it is at the end of the day.
This other chick is just going down the wrong lane. She might not be the one to like show her body off and shit. Maybe she needs to start.
What if she could probably make fucking more than $500 selling pictures of her fucking feet?
The other thing,
Exactly.
The other thing in the article
That's
is
just on the right lane.
there's another piece in the article about how there's a third girl. I'm not gonna go back to the screen share, but she's like more attractive, I think, than the other two girls. But she's a little older, and the other girl is saying like, "Well, I'm worried that if my OnlyFans takes off, I'm not gonna be able to get a job because people look down on this kind of thing."
Well, fucking pick one then.
I personally could not disagree more. I think if there's ever been an environment that's friendly to this kind of thing, it's right now. You can do whatever you want online, show whatever you want online, say whatever you want online, short of like
Not professionally.
I think you can get away with this. I think you can get away with OnlyFans. I honestly think you could.
You're comparing this podcast to OnlyFans.
No. I'm saying like you could get away with having an OnlyFans account and getting like a 9-to-5 job.
It depends what you're doing on your OnlyFans account, though.
Like how? Why?
If you're like shoving fruit up your asshole, there's no way.
You can't shove a banana in your dirt star, but anything else basically goes. Like this is the female empowerment era. It's not anything new here. Where are you going? Okay. Why are you leaving the room? We're in the middle of a conversation.
It doesn't matter if it's like okay, fine. If it's
female
empowerment or whatever. What if I start doing that? If I start doing it, jerking off on camera or some shit. What do you think is gonna happen to me if I get found out? I'm getting fucking fired.
I don't want to go down this road of like.
I'm telling you,
the double standard. But there is one. There is a double standard.
That's fine with me. I don't care about that whatsoever. It doesn't bother me at all. If girls are making money doing this, fucking whatever.
Right.
But if you're gonna do that and expect like people not look at you differently and be like you're supposed to accept this, it's like no. I don't think so. It's not that I mean, at the end of the day, do what you're gonna do. I don't care. I'm not really here. I'm not judging anybody. I don't give a fuck. If you're making money, that's great.
Right.
But if you expect people to just look at you like it's normal, that's no, man. That's just not how it's gonna work.
Do you think?
And especially not in a professional environment. Remember before when we were doing like when you had to be like censoring your social media and shit. You couldn't even have a fucking like we were all scared like applying for jobs because like we had a picture of me holding a fucking beer on my Facebook.
My LinkedIn is me at
right?
I'm pretty sure my LinkedIn profile is still me pre-drinking at a party like from 10 years ago.
I don't know. Like this is.
I never look at that stuff. I just think that it's unfair to characterize the professional environment as one that is not accepting of an OnlyFans account. It doesn't seem to be the case.
I think
Mike, that's so jokes you say that.
Job dependent.
I saw something on Instagram the other day where it was like, yeah, our parents told us don't pose with a red cup on your Facebook photo because you'll never get a job. But here they are live streaming
the
Storming
Capitol
the
floor.
Capitol building.
I know, and it's like it's because you gotta understand too. Like parents are like essentially like they have like a split personality. They have their parent attitude, and then they have their who they really are.
Mm-hmm.
And who they really are is just us.
Yeah.
It's just like us.
Yeah,
But they just have like they have to kind of uphold some, higher standard of like to their kids, right? But they're just they're just us.
It's jokes that it takes us like this long to really realize it because like they're only starting to show their true colors like now.
Yeah. Well, it's like, and it's just because we can see it now too. We're getting older, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Eventually,
they don't care
lying
as
to our
much.
kids about our past.
They don't care as much now about maintaining their image as they did when we were 18 and 19.
It's not even like it for me anyway. Like I would say for you and I, well, Joey, I don't really know your dad too well, but like for us, they never really hid anything. They just kind of were like, when we were around, they kind of like kept it kind of,
hush, hush.
Healed. No, I wouldn't even say hush hush. Just like, they didn't go out of control until we went to bed, and then they started fucking going hammered.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I do think that like this, like the OnlyFans thing, I'm like, if like I said, I'm not judging anybody. If you're making money, then go get your fucking money. But don't expect society to look at you like you're, be like, dude, we fucking know what you're up to. All right, we know what you're doing. It's like if like you were a porn star, if you knew a porn star, it's like, hey, dude, this is how you make your money. But don't expect people to look at you like you're a carpenter. Like, oh, look at him, right across the straight and narrow. No, you're doing something that's like, would you call it shameful? Would that be that? Like, I don't, like, it doesn't bother me, but I can see it bothering a lot of people.
You gotta own that shit though. Like, if you own it, then whatever, man. Who cares?
You can't be looking at people cross-eyed. Like if an employer if you lose your job because of this shit, it's like, yeah, because it's not exactly the most professional thing, and like I would imagine I think I have a better chance of getting away with it in like on a construction site.
Yeah, like Joey, if I could just go online right now and pay $4 and see my boss's asshole, it would be unprofessional. It would be fucking weird if everyone knew that.
It's weird. Yeah. Okay, but I hate to break this to you, okay? But I think that we may be on the precipice of the older generation. Like, I think for the younger generation, this may be something that is not that weird.
Yeah, but
it's weird. It's weird to say, but
45. Everyone that works for him is like 45 and 50. It's not like it's not like there's only Gen Zs in the workplace now. There's still boomers in the workplace.
But I don't care. I'm just saying, like, for the younger people, the people who are up and coming, this is normal. And so it may not be normal for you and me, and may not be normal for our bosses, but this 23-year-old girl who's selling pictures of her butthole online, okay, she may not care that much. And I think that it's unfair to characterize OnlyFans as something that's going to not allow you to get a job now. I think we're there. I'm pretty sure
life isn't fucking fair. And if that's the reason you're not getting the job, or that's the reason you're getting fired, I don't
know what the reason is. I'm just saying, like, OnlyFans. It's unfair to say that OnlyFans is something that is really worrying to you in the current environment, as far as getting a job, like a 9-to-5 office job. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think we're past that. I'm pretty sure we're past that now. You'd have a hard time. Like, I can just think of like a labor relations meeting where someone finds out you have an OnlyFans account, paid for it, and then gets mad that you have an OnlyFans account. Well, like, dude, you paid for it. You're surfing OnlyFans. Like, this is obviously in demand. I'm allowed to do this on the side if I want. It doesn't change my professional outlook or like my day-to-day activities. Like, and then like I could picture it. Like, you would spin it back on the guy who's paying for the account. Like, you can't separate the two of them. That's your problem. I'm at work. I'm professional. This is something I do on the side, right? What is the difference pragmatically, apart from your fetishes, between me tying balloon animals at a party on weekends and me showing my butthole in a pair of red underwear? What's the difference? HR would have a fucking there is to us. I think that because we have this like mindset about that, but HR.
What do you mean we have this mindset?
I think HR would have a hard time. I think HR departments would have a hard time firing people over that. I do. I really think that. I don't know if it's the case, but I can just imagine, like, from a union perspective, now that I've been like a union, like a local president for a few years, I can imagine this would be an issue. And now we're in like this empowerment era for both women and for this sort of like there's a phrase for this that I'm not gonna be able to fucking pick off right now after 5 years, but it's like a off the beaten path kind of professional avenue to make money, and they can do that if they want. I don't see a way that a company now could fire somebody over having an OnlyFans account. I could see a lot of ways somebody could fire a person for like unprofessional conduct outside of the workplace, but I am honestly seeing a smaller and smaller space in the door for OnlyFans being part of that.
You're probably right.
I don't know. I want to argue.
Like, I don't like I can say it again. I don't have a fucking problem with it. Like I'm not sitting here with an issue with it, but I don't agree at all. I think companies would be like, okay, this is a bad look for us, because it is reputation tarnishing for sure. If you have somebody that you're associated with your name and your company, and then they're famous on OnlyFans or whatever the fuck it is, doing whatever they're doing, that is, you could definitely fucking raise a pretty good argument at least to be like, yo,
for sure. Like
really
I think like you can even get in trouble or fired for like having an intercompany relationship and not disclosing it. Like if I was dating,
different.
like,
I think that's different than OnlyFans.
I don't know.
How did I wind up defending the OnlyFans girls? I don't know how I ended up in this fucking seat. I'm gonna stay in the seat though.
So you think that if like like Mary Barra, I think is her name, she had a fucking OnlyFans account. I think she's a GM.
You think it's her name?
That's her. Is that her name?
I don't know. I'm gonna look. What is it? Mary Barra.
CEO of Ford, I think.
Okay. Oh, Mary Barra.
There you go.
She's like 1,000 years old.
CEO of Ford?
Yeah.
Okay.
General Motors.
Oh, GM. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she was like, I got an OnlyFans account. You think the stock would go up? Fuck no. That stock is going to go way down.
There's another...
He doesn't need the money, obviously.
Okay, but the complicating factor is that she's 60. If she was fucking 25 or 35, like... Okay, Will, if Mackenzie Bezos put an OnlyFans account up before her and Jeff split up, like, would the stock go up or would the stock go down?
I don't know if it would be affected.
So what does that tell you? Is that
but
not
she
the
doesn't
answer?
Run the company. She's
it
just
doesn't matter. So what? It doesn't matter. That's the answer. You don't know if it'd be affected. The other thing too that I think about is like, what is the difference? Like pragmatically, okay. What is the difference between, like, okay, for example, the Hut 8 Bitcoin mining company, their social media and like public relations girl has a private Instagram account that my buddy follows, like got the accept to follow. And it's just straight her in like bodysuits, bikinis. Like, what is the difference pragmatically between that and an OnlyFans account? What is it? We talked about this before. We talked about this before. Nipple, butthole, and the blur that goes over the two of those things on like proper social media. That's it. But you're still going to get the same kind of simping attitude from investors, from viewers, from onlookers, from perverts.
But it's different. You know it's different.
Why is it different? Like... I think it might be different, but I cannot tell you why an HR department would side with different as opposed to we're going to let this slide or we're going to let this go or this is something that's a professional avenue for them on the side.
It's
like,
so
what is the difference?
we can't even have this discussion because it's so not black and white. It's going to be some companies are cool that my company I would be fired.
Yeah,
for sure.
You pulled your dick out on Snapchat, you'd just be, if you were flinging around a helicopter, they'd fire you.
Fuck yeah, they would. If I was selling cock pics, they would, and they found out, there would be an issue.
Those on the internet.
You guys can sign up for our Patreon. Our Patreon page has them.
Just go on fucking chat roulette.
Will's there. Will's there every night.
They do, bitch, I'm working.
But like,
I think we're at the point now where it's not that abnormal, and I think it's only going to go one way. It's not going to go back to like, oh, this is terrible. It's going to go toward this is what people do. They make money on the side. Like that's it.
I don't know, man.
work on the side.
Huh?
I'm not even supposed to work on the side.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Because some jobs won't let you have a second job.
Really?
Yeah. Let alone a fucking porno account.
You're unionized though. Like if you're
Exactly.
yeah, but if your dick was part of the union, but your dick is not in the
But it
union, that's
isn't.
not your skilled labor. You know, you may feel like it's your skilled labor, but it's not your skilled labor.
No, and then I get in trouble. I'd get in trouble like, look, man, you're not supposed to be working elsewhere. I'm like, well, dude,
No, it's not really work.
it is. I'm just not ashamed. I
don't know, man. I don't know.
I know where you're coming from, Joe, and I do tend to agree with that because you're not wrong. Like, I think it's going to be more like acceptable in the coming days, but it's just like it's a major shock that it's like,
yeah,
you know,
I wouldn't bet against it. I wouldn't bet.
I'm
against
all
what
for
it
it.
is?
Go do your thing, man. But like if I'm not dating you, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I fucking agree with you. I'm just trying to be devil's advocate because I don't want everyone else to agree with you. I don't want it to be that way.
I think that like
I'm not ready for that.
I look at like the public.
Well,
I look
man,
at like
we're getting old, bro.
I look at like the public service union, like the government union, and I just like I think about like the different like initiatives we have for like female empowerment and like.
You think as a government employee that if your boss had an OnlyFans, that would be fucking cool?
I think it would be really hard to tell a female in the government that if they had an OnlyFans account, they couldn't work for the government.
What if fucking Joe Biden's daughter had an OnlyFans account?
I don't know, man. I mean, look
What
at
would happen?
Nothing. He's not gonna get impeached for that. He's already getting sworn.
But what about like okay, look, man, like getting close to territory I don't want to be in right now, but
She'd
I'll
probably
go
make a
there.
fucking lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
fuck yeah.
Getting close to territory I don't want to be in right now. Like, let's face it, okay? Like, women do a better job selling sex than men do. And so if they want to sell sex on the side,
They got a better market.
yeah, and you know what? I got to be honest. Okay, we've talked about this on the show many times about how hard it is to fucking stay in shape, how much discipline it takes, how much like you have to be like committed for a certain amount of time over a certain amount of days, hours per day. You know, when you sleep, when you drink water, when you eat your meals, whatever, it takes work. And so I can't say that and then on the other side say, well, these girls are just selling sex. It's easy for them. And if they're selling it, you know, it's just a thing of convenience. Like, no, they have to work to stay hot. When you turn fucking 25, 28, 31, 34, like if you're still hot at that age and you're a woman, you want to sell what you got, who am I to say no? And I think the next logical step is, who is the employer to say no? What's stopping me from starting like a personal training YouTube channel where I just have my shirt off all the time, right? It's all abs all day long. And what's my employer going to say? You can't do that? They can't say that to me. So what's the difference for a girl to do the same thing? I just think it's a difficult battle to have in a unionized environment. And it's going to get more difficult, unionized or not, because of the way society is moving toward this kind of empowerment era. No matter what sex you are, you're going to have the same sort of backing behind you.
I don't know. I agree that you're probably right. It's probably would be so fucking hard. And let's say your boss did start an OnlyFans account, and they did.
Why do we keep talking about my boss's butthole? Why don't we talk about Mike's boss's butthole?
You work for the
You want to see
government.
my boss's butthole? I don't know.
Someone besides mine.
I don't know, man.
But if your boss
He's
worked for the
65.
government, had an OnlyFans account, and like let's say that they laid her off for that, you think that's the end? That's the end of it? She's gonna come back
It'd be a fight.
and do whatever she possibly can, right? And that's what they're trying to avoid. So maybe you're right. They're gonna try to get ahead of that, and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, I guess we don't care, sure, whatever." Because if we fucking fire you, it's gonna be a whole can of worms you did not want to have open.
And it'll be public. It'll be a public can of worms.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't think that they personally would love it. I think that they would just be like, maybe turn their head the other way just to like avoid this huge public fucking debate, you know?
Yeah.
Well, what was it? There was a person, I think, who worked for Toyota. She was a girl. She worked for like a mechanic or something. She worked for Toyota. I don't know what her fucking position was. Kind of irrelevant. But I want to say she had an OnlyFans account, or she was just on porn. And then it got wind of it in the company. They found out who, like, it was her, and then they obviously it spread around like fucking cancer. And then she lost her job because it was like distracting
Oh yeah.
or something like that. It was either that quit. I don't know, but one of the two.
A promising young mechanic at a
Pretty
Honda
important
dealership.
differentiation, but whatever. I don't know it.
A promising young mechanic at a Honda dealership was fired from her job after management learned she was making amateur porn on her OnlyFans account. Is that her?
Mm-hmm.
Kristen Vaughn.
Honestly, even if like the ugliest girl at my work, if she made not an OnlyFans because fuck that, but like if like she was like in porn, I would be curious to watch.
Everyone would watch it, and then it causes shit in the within the environment and whatever. I don't know. I'm just trying to like I said, I don't give a fuck, man. If you want to do it, but I mean, like I'm just looking at like the potential problems it would cause, and not only for the employer or the company, for the person itself, it could cause shit.
It could.
Well, like it's all
that's you're taking.
Exactly. For me, it's how you take it. Like if you are getting to do porn while working in an office setting, and then people are like snickering about you behind your back or like talking about you, you can't be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know it, like
go to HR every day and raise a fuss. It's like, this is your fault.
Yeah, like
you brought birch bark to a fucking fire.
Exactly. You got to expect people are gonna watch it and talk about it. You can't be like, what? It's my fucking business, blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, you don't like you put it out there. It's public. They can do whatever they want. They're gonna watch it. They're gonna talk about it.
They can, but like I think at some point, if it's not there already, the burden would fall to the employer. Like you have to figure out how to handle this. This is the way that everything is moving now, and so it's up to you to figure out a way to manage this in your working group. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying that I would not, as a union rep, I would not like tell somebody they can't have an OnlyFans account.
Because also you're setting the precedent. This is like. I wish I fucking was smarter and knew that like abortion law, like something v something.
Roe v.
But
Wade.
it's like Roe v. Wade. Yeah, this is like setting that precedent. You know, you don't want to be the person to set that precedent.
Yeah.
Oh, the first guy.
The first person that does it, right?
First person.
I don't know. It's new, man. It's
I gotta
new.
pee. You guys keep talking.
It's new, and it's like, I don't know, like. I definitely am getting to the point in my age where I'm like, things are starting to like, I don't like change anymore. I'm like, oh, I don't like this. Like I can tell I'm getting to that point. Like this is, I don't know, because like what you could have got fired for previously, you can get away with now. I'm like, I just don't. And like my bosses are far older than me, so they've been like that.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that they just be like, oh no, that's cool. You can do whatever you want. It's like I don't think it's a bad thing, but I don't think that other people are going to agree and accept it.
Their old code.
Yeah, and it's like, well, what are you gonna do? And then what are you gonna get mad when you fucking did something that was like, I guess, could you call it fireable? Is having an OnlyFans account, would that be fireable?
Well, it's like at the very least, it's like borderline questionable. Like you can't expect to like do that and people to find out and it not be brought up at work. Like,
well, like what if like I don't know, just like for a hypothetical here, what if you like say you're in a relationship, your girlfriend or whatever wants you to send her like promiscuous photos or whatever, and you do, and then you break up, and then she freaks out and like goes to your company and be like, he sent me this and did that and whatever, and where there was consent and then there isn't consent. I guess OnlyFans takes that away because it's like only consensual.
Yeah, I think that like if my girlfriend did that, it was like sent like my boss all these pictures, I'm sure he'd be like, I don't want to be involved in this at all. Yeah. Like what the fuck?
That was a pretty trash example.
He'd be like, what the fuck is this? Like, because I don't know. I'm assuming that like, I don't know, lots of people do that. Maybe, I don't know. Like, yeah, like because you're not paying for it, you're not selling it, you're not making money. That's like more so like, that's actually your personal life. If you're on OnlyFans, that's like your other business life. You know, that's like a professional life after hours.
Yeah, and it's super public.
Yeah. Super fucking public.
Which is like, so like that in itself, like forget like the content you're providing. Like, doesn't that raise eyelids? Like when you're just doing something else on the side, like doesn't that at least put you in question for like, what the fuck are you doing? Or no? Like, I can't really I'm not supposed to do any work on the side. I don't think. Like, I'm gonna look more into it
Uh huh.
because like if I like just say I do electrical work on the side, I'm like stealing work from my union. So the
Right.
union doesn't like me working on the side. Not really the same.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know.
Our-
I don't have a problem with it. It doesn't bother me at all. But it's like I just don't want I just don't want to hear it, and like I don't want to fucking deal with like people freaking out in like I don't want it to cause any bullshit in like a working environment because like I already don't want to fucking be there, and now there's gonna be fucking problems and shit that like I don't really care about, and it's just like impeding my fucking day to day. Doing
right.
monotonous tasks I don't really feel like doing anyway. Now there's a fucking HR fuss about some chick shaking her tits on the internet. Like I'm like, I don't fucking care.
You know what might be a good play is like get a job at a big company, become very, very well known. Like I could even do it at my company if I was a super hot chick, and just like get like
OnlyFans.
yeah, get like he's like I don't know. You could probably there's like 500 people that works that work in my plant probably. You can meet probably half of them, and then leak that you have an OnlyFans for like $5 a month. Half of those people are gonna subscribe at least for a couple of months.
And then you just make your yearly salary bounce, go find another job.
No.
And then keep doing that, rinse and repeat. So you get like 400 people every time, like you get a new job, like every few months.
That's
And
not a
then
bad
that's
idea.
So then all of a sudden you're making like $5,000 a month. Like,
Are that many people on OnlyFans? You think like people our age? We thought
Some people are making some serious coin on that fucking shit, man.
Well,
Fuck
64,000 in 5 months is nothing to fucking shake your head at.
Man, like, it's crazy. It's like
your first months too, not even like after 10 years of doing it, like your initial 6 months.
I think you only got a finite amount of time doing that.
Yeah, probably not till you're like 35. It's probably till you're like 28 or something like that.
But then again, there's markets for everything. Sex is a weird thing. Like it's like people people have their fucking fetishes and this and that. Like you just change in markets. I don't know. It's an interesting thing that we're dealing with, and like it is like it's for girls. Like let's be real here. Like there's like if you're I don't know, it's a girl thing. Like porn in general. Like that whole thing is for girls to crush. Like
oh fuck yeah.
Yeah, it's not for us. That's for sure.
Man, I want to get out there and shake my ass, man, and make a bunch of money. Why? That's not fair. Is that so? That's what that other girl is saying. It's not fair.
Well, I think the other girl is saying that it's not fair. She didn't make as much.
But that's like go try to be a fucking movie star in Hollywood and tell me how fair it is.
That's
what
I mean.
the fuck? Is that what she's saying? Like I honestly didn't even read the article or like hear her argument. But was it basically like
she was expecting the same windfall, and
it's like what is she talking about?
Hey man, I don't know. Like
this
we
is fucking Bernie Sanders America. All right,
I know.
This is like
I know.
Yeah, this is the real world.
Exactly.
Your shit isn't fucking fair and never has.
That's what I mean. Like how many more times are these guys gonna have to bump up against reality before they realize they're being sold a lie about like body image and health and attractiveness and all this stuff? Like I think it's like. I don't know if it's reaching a tipping point now. It's got to be soon, though, for a lot of these people. I
Can you imagine the entitlement you have to be like, if I started an OnlyFans account and was like, after 6 months, like, oh my God, I've only made like a tenth of what like this guy made? That's not fucking fair at all.
I know.
It's like,
I'm doing everything right.
It's like, I know. That guy's 10 times hotter than me. Like, that makes sense. I get it. I should work out more, maybe.
Yeah,
but they don't want to hear that because that's not nice and it's not fair.
And we've talked about that before. How like this
is the path you chose, and it's very superficial, and it is not fucking fair.
And it's never their fault. It's always someone else's fault.
Yeah, it's like go fuck yourself. You like next time exercise self-awareness, realize what you have to bring to the table, and cut your fucking yip.
Come hit the bar. Do you guys want to I don't know how long we are in now, but we can do either one more topic or we can go right to recommendations.
I don't have a recommendation, so let's do another topic. I know Will doesn't.
No.
You guys never prepare for this show. The other one other topic here on the sort of in the Warren Buffett vein, Coca-Cola is joining Pepsi in sitting out Super Bowl ads this year.
Why?
They are just saying they want to invest in a more prudent way, basically. Which tells
maybe
me
there's not going to be a fucking showing this year.
I think there's not going to be a lot of viewers, right? That's probably the feeling that I get from that.
I think the NHL's taken a loss by
I heard that
said it was more it was a better idea to not play.
Yeah.
It would have made more like financial sense not to play. They're losing money. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know.
But I think they're losing money like this year, but like you can't like if you just totally lock out the whole year, then you're losing all like a bunch of momentum that like the NHL has, you know?
That's what you can't do.
Shit.
Yeah, you
yeah,
can't
exactly.
The other thing too about like if you have a bunch of guys who are in their mid-20s who are like, you know, trying to break scoring records or whatever, like within striking distance and scoring records and stuff like that. Yeah, Ovechkin and Crosby, right? Great example.
Fucked in the ass, man.
Yeah, like what? Like you're really gonna tell those guys they can't have a season? His age 31 season, he can't play. Like you can't do that. That's like his.
You're also not gonna break his scoring record on a shortened season anyway. So that's
he needs all the games he can get if he wants to touch that Gretzky record.
For him, he's
like, okay. I was thinking yearly. Yeah.
He's the guy who might be able to do it, right? He's the only
guy to do it, right? He's the guy to do it.
How many goals off from Gretzky is he?
I don't know. It's still a lot.
Like 400, something like that?
I would say maybe less than that.
Yeah. Ovechkin's, I think, a year older than me. He's 34, 30, I think.
I think so, yeah. Crosby's your age, I think.
Crosby's my age.
Gretzky had 894 goals in 1,487 games.
Yeah.
And Ovi has 636 in 1,036 games.
Ooh.
So he's holy fuck, man.
He's on pace. He
only needs for the next if he plays for 7 more seasons. You can't really see.
Hey, medical.
I think that's his contract though.
And physiological science has come a long way. That guy could play technically healthier, probably longer than Gretzky could have in the 90s.
The way he plays too, the way he plays, which is like hilarious. Versus like when you watch it on TV versus when you watch it live, it's so much better.
Really?
You watch him on TV, you only see him when he's turning on the Jets, but when you don't really see him when he's just chilling. Like when you watch him live, he's just
like this.
Yeah, and he's in the defensive zone. He's just at the blue line. He's not even fucking watching the defender. He's just standing there. Like, just stand there. Maybe even cheat towards the red line a bit.
That's his job. He's a scorer.
That's exactly. It's his fucking job. And he's goddamn good at it.
So how many goals is he off?
He's off, I don't know. Call it 400. 450 goals he's off.
That's what I said. He's about 400 off.
No, sorry. My bad. He's not off by that much. He's only 258 goals off.
Wow.
That's in about 480 games.
That's like 7 years probably.
I was gonna say because he's
7 seasons.
But
he's fucking 50. Having 50 goal seasons.
Yeah, he scored 50 recently.
He would have scored 50 last season if it didn't shut down.
He's 34, so that means
he'll play till he's 40 for sure.
Yeah, but he's probably gonna if I had to guess, he's the only thing that I would say that's gonna stop him from getting that mark. He's gonna have to switch teams probably before.
I fucking doubt it.
You don't think?
No, Washington will keep him. He's fucking Washington until he retires. Maybe unless he's doing what these fucking old guys are doing and switching teams like Joe Thornton and Chara and Spezza.
Yeah, Chara.
Yeah, but he's already got a cup though. He's got a cup now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe he'll just want to scrape out $700K at the end of his season or something, or at the end of his career. Or something.
You think?
I don't know. I don't think he needs it. His contract was like $120 million or something like that.
He said he wants to finish in Russia, eh?
Like in the KHL?
Yeah, he said he wants to finish back in Russia.
Why?
I wouldn't put it past him. He's fucking Ovi. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. He's the best goal scorer in the league.
He could also go back there when he's like 45. He'll still be good enough for the KHL, and he's like
a Kovalchuk.
And
yeah, Kovalchuk. Oh my god, I forgot about that guy.
Yager's still fucking playing.
Pavel Datsyuk?
Datsyuk is fucking still killing it.
Yeah, I know. I would say I think Ovi's gonna have a longer career than Crosby for sure.
You think?
Based on Crosby just deals with so many concussions, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crosby
doesn't.
Crosby gets like dirtier. He goes deep though too.
Plays behind the net.
Crosby puts himself in bad spots.
Yeah, he does.
Because he has to. His job is to fucking run the puck. Ovi's job is just to score.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Crosby's got to headman the play.
Can he still do that at his age?
Fuck yeah, he's this goal he scored against Philly the other night.
Yeah,
he's fucking the goalie plays it, like dumps it. Crosby just bats it out of the air and then just fucking right in the net. It's so fucked how he can do that.
Yeah, Crosby's still fucking sick. Crosby's still like top 5 players in the league, probably.
I remember fucking watching Crosby play in the World Juniors, and
Oh,
everyone was talking about Crosby, and I remember thinking at the time like, oh, I don't know much about hockey, but this guy does look pretty good.
Because you were also the same age as Crosby, so you were like 16 and 17 at the
I
time.
remember when I was at Brock, my first year at Brock was Crosby's first year in the league. He just joined the Penguins. He's 18, I think, turning 19. And
yeah. And what the fuck were you doing with your life?
I was playing basketball in the local
spending all day on the phone anyhow.
Local gym. Yeah. Checking my texts on my Motorola Razr. What else?
Crosby had an iPhone by then. What the
I was searching on the mobile browser for the best version of the Mike Jones back then
waiting
ringtone.
for the fucking browser to start. See it in like 232p.
It was like $4.
8-bit ringtone.
I remember my dad fucking freaked out when I bought that ringtone. He saw it on the phone bill. He's like, did you buy this? I said, yeah, I just paid $4 for it. He goes, you got $4? I said, yeah, I got $4. He goes, where did you get that $4? You're not paying for your school. You're not paying for your books. He fucking lost his mind.
A $4 ringtone in university.
He lost it.
I remember when ringtones cost that much. That was fucking jokes. And then I got my BlackBerry, and it was like, oh, whatever song you want for free, just upload it from your computer.
Or like I bought off YouTube like a Bluetooth USB adapter and started doing that too. There was like a little app.
Bought it
like
off YouTube
or on eBay. Sorry, on eBay. I bought like a shitty USB adapter off eBay for Bluetooth and like just started downloading songs, and like there's like a shitty app that came with this thing and they just cut songs like 10-minute increments.
Yeah, and then they
10-second increments.
Free, and now everybody uses the fucking default ringtone. Nobody
I
even
know,
uses
that's
fucking.
so
You're like,
well,
whack.
we do. We're fucking old. Maybe kids used Mike Jones back then or the equivalent, Soldier Boy.
I don't know.
Whatever.
I used to fucking rock. I used to have ringtones. I had fucking Crazy Train by Ozzy was mine. Like the beginning of it when he's just yelling. When he's yelling all aboard.
What do you think the most embarrassing ringtone you ever had off in like a public setting?
Exactly.
Ring or messaging tone. I know what my most embarrassing one is, but I still kind of think it's cool.
I know what mine is, and I'm kind of down with it. But this is the ringtone that I used. I probably have only heard the actual song, I don't know, less than 10 times.
What's yours? What's your most embarrassing one?
Daddy Yankee, Gasolina.
But like the cell phone version.
Gasolina.
Yeah, it's like if your phone was making your fucking shit phone. And then
What's the worst like real noise one though?
This one right
real
here.
Audio.
Oh, what the fuck is it gonna do this to me? Never mind. That wasn't it. But anyway.
Whoa, how'd you find this?
Oh,
damn,
shit!
son,
Where'd you find this?
This right here. Middle of clap. That was my fucking ringtone.
No.
What's doing this, dude? I'm just sitting in class like, fuck, I gotta get this shit off.
The Lil Jon Crazy Train?
No, it's this fucking Ozzy.
Is it?
How much do you hate those songs now?
A lot.
Hate it.
A lot. My most embarrassing one.
That's the problem.
Yeah, my most embarrassing one is the Rick Ross.
Push it.
No. It's like the fucking Maybach music.
Was it Money Bags? Or you just had that fucking one line playing over and over again about him slipping Molly in champagne and them not knowing?
I popped Molly in a champagne.
They you know it.
You ain't
know it. Took her home and I enjoyed that. She didn't
even know.
It's like, why would you say that on a song?
I remember when it was a huge deal they got dropped from Reebok, and now Reebok is only worth the change in my couch. Nice job, idiot.
But yeah, no, I had Brooklyn Zoo by ODB. I like.
So did I.
That was a good one.
Listen to that song because I just heard it way too many. I used to wake up to that song.
You know that Kenzie and your mom, Mike, had a playlist going tonight, like for only was like one hit wonders, and ODB Got Your Money came on, I just about fell out of my chair.
That's a one-hit wonder?
ODB's a one-hit wonder.
I'm like, yeah, I don't think so.
No shit.
I don't think
No
so.
shit.
I think he holds quite a bunch of cred in the hip-hop game.
He's got many creds. Many creds.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, ringtones, I think, ringtones fucked a lot of shit up for me, too, a lot of songs. Because, like, at that point, I don't like it when people call me.
Yeah.
Like, I hate it. So then I would just associate something that I hated with, like, one of my favorite songs, and I would just in turn hate the song because I hated answering my fucking phone. Oh, you had that?
That was another popular one.
Because
I never had it. I never had it, but like a lot of people did.
The Clint Eastwood?
Yeah. Heard that one quite a bit. Okay, so what do you want to do? We got recommendations. We got nothing else. That's it. We're done.
I got a recommendation this week.
My recommendation is listen to the Stratechery podcast with Ben Thompson, smart guy, talking about the Trump Twitter ban and how social media should handle tricky situations when it comes to social commentary. Very good podcast. Heard it the other day. Can't recommend it enough. Ben Thompson's a super smart guy. Very smart guy.
All right.
That's it. We're done. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you maybe next week in person. Who knows? Who knows what Doug Ford will let us do. Until then, catch you next time.
I'm down for in person.
Peace.